Welcome back, Wolfpack Verlis here, and this is how to use Hitmonchan. Get it? Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, Hitmonchan. I need friends. Okay, so looking at Hitmonchan's stats, these are actually really interesting because when you compare it to Hitmonlee, you do have less speed and you do have less attacks. That does make it kind of tricky, but Hitmonchan does find ways to make up for it. Does get a bit more defense, which is one of the things that Hitmonlee was missing for a tanky strategy. And it still retains that ridiculous special defense. Hit points could be better, but overall, Hitmonchan's alright. Looking at its typing, fighting type, we already saw that, you know, weaknesses, resistances, pause it if you want to see it anymore. Let's go to Pokemon Showdown. So Hitmonchan, the reason why it does make up for its attack stat just a bit is because of its ability Iron Fist. Its punch-based attacks do 20% more damage. Sucker Punch is not boosted, however, but we do have Mach Punch, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Drain Punch, then we still have Fire Punch, and a lot of punch moves. Hitmonchan punches, he's the punching Pokemon. Punch. I'm thirsty. Anyway, if we go back and look at the Life Orb, you know, we're going to get a 30% boost on top of that 20% boost, and with even a non-adamant nature, you can get some good offensive bulk out of him, and with Drain Punch, you do have some natural sustain, so it can be an alright Pokemon. Problem is, with that speed, you're most likely going to need Jolly Nature to get anything going into him, or else, you know, if you get outsped, you're going to be in a good amount of trouble since you're not really investing too heavily into the hit points. Or if you do have a way of setting it up, you know, you have a Sticky Web, or you can Baton Pass and Agility into him, you can really make that work as well. Also, Hitmonchan does get Agility. So if you do want to sacrifice off the priority, and then you want to go into that Focus Sash, we have that Focus Sash Agility combo, you're going to be doubling your speed, and since your speed's already super high at that, you can drop your speed down, give yourself a little more hit point bulk, and what do you know? So now we're going to have a strong offensive Pokemon. You're losing that boost from Life Orb, but Iron Fist is going to boost you to almost 400 attack, I think, depending on math. Maybe actually around 400 attack at level 100. And then from there, you know, you have a lot of strengths coming your way with the Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Drain Punch coverage, sustaining with those hit points. Also, depending on what speed priority you'd rather have, you know, you can play around with these numbers a bit, try to make it to where you outspeed little extra Pokemon, even though it's less likely that you're going to encounter them. A little more risk, a little more potential reward kind of idea. And on top of that, you know, you are doing really well. But remember how I mentioned that Hitmonchan has a better defense? Yeah, I hope you guys do. Because I was thinking, wait a second, we have naturally high special defense. We have hit points that can be okay if you put some good investment into it. Why not go with Bulk Up? Bulk Up boosts the user's attack and defense by 1, which means we don't need to invest into the attack and defense too much, and then we can make it a naturally heavy hit point and special defense tank. On top of that, after you get 2 Bulk Ups, your attack is going to be close to 500 at level 100, and then your defense is going to be close to 400 while having a 350 special defense. If you can find your end to set up Bulk Ups, Hitmonchan starts becoming devastating because now you have Drain Punch. Even if you're only doing half to a little over half of your opponent's health, you're going to be getting a lot of that health back in Drain Punch, and then you can sustain naturally through that, taking very little damage from your bulk. It's kind of like the Klefki strategy number 2, or in a way it's almost like Clefable as well, that, you know, you're kind of not really paying attention to the stat that's getting boosted, like you just invest all defense, all hit points into Clefable and then give it Calm Mind kind of idea. But I was also thinking, you know, you can dial it back a bit. Since you are boosting the defenses, you are getting more out of the defenses over time than your hit points. And since you don't really need that much special defense, since it is a more physical meta, I was thinking you could dial it back as well, maybe going around 140, and then boosting it up to 148. Now you're going to be able to take physical attacks really well, and then you're going to be able to set up your bulk up, still have good special defense, and be solid in hit points from there, while just having that great amount of damage, sustain, and coverage. Not bad, Hitmonchan. You might have more potential than Hitmonlee. Like, this is very strong right here, and I really like it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video breaking Hitmonchan, and I hope you all have a nice day.